What a day for a wake.
You said it. With all that rain, oh, what's going on? I'd be shocked if one guest arrived.
And what a mess we'd be in if they didn't. Miriam already holds disdain for the rain, let alone after...
Now, Eddie, do calm down. I was only speculating. What's with you, Jitterbug? Spooked of floodings ruining the funeral duds?
I ain't no jitterbug. And it ain't about possibly spoiling another rented suit.
Then what's the word?
It's about this cheesecake.
Just because I've lost a family member, do not be mistaken to think I'm far too florid to hear own stuff engaging in idle pretty gossip.
Mrs. Baxter?
I'd expect such raunchiness from Betty, but from you, Eddie? I was speaking of cheesecake as a result in...
Miriam! I saw you made your famous profiteroles. What's the occasion?
My dad died. You could pretend...
And waste what precious time I have to spend doting on you, my sweet.
A chance would be a thing.
I got it.
Nice.
I know you're still dealing with the old man's passing, dollface. It being only 3 nights ago now. But you can't be blue forever.
I'm far from blue. I'm red, burnt up, and blah blah blah.
Oh, what's your story, Morning Glory?
The day you finally choose to lend me your ear has to be the day of Daddy Joe's funeral. Well, it's too late to play your part.
Sweet cheeks, pudding pie. Listening isn't my job, so I'm no good at it. I know what'll do you good. A good go at the snoot flute.
What's this, Biff? Some sort of poem?
It's Benzodrine, Mrs. Baxter.
All the cats and alleys are into it. It boosts your morale.
I thought it cleared your nasal passage.
My! This snoot flute's quite a wig blower. But this is something Eddie is speaking out of turn. About my nasal passage, no less. Well, the blah 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 will be blah blah blah. Do not listen! Oh. Mr. Baxter, your brother's on his way now. His mistress said on the telephone.
On his way? That's Lorenzo for you. Damn fool will miss the wake.
Well, no. She said she set off days ago. He's on his way. On his way? Why didn't you say so?
Doorbell rings.
Guests, mayhaps? They travelled in a group. We could still hold on the wait today.
There's no use bumping gums about it. He, a doll Ed, answer the door.
Wait.
Miriam! I couldn't believe the news when it came. To think my brother would die before me.
Aunt Prudence.
It's so embarrassing.
Oh, sorry, I
Go.
interrupted you.
Keep going.
Aunt Prudence, as painted as ever, I blah 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 blah.
Real deep pockets.
Body your lip.
Prudence, you're looking fresh for footy. How have you been?
Go.
Jasper, darling, it's been far too long. You must promise to visit me more often, especially now Joel's passed.
You needn't worry your pretty face about it. Miriam's old man may be gone, but his estate and fortune is still with us. Betty, fetch us a drink.
Am I to believe I'm the only one who bothered to show up for this week? I know it was something outside, but everyone had left when notified like I had.
Miriam, don't waste your energy. So I've been waiting all evening for at least one $2 phone horn, but it's a trip for biscuits.
I did it. I'm
A trip for what?
Eddie.
That is to say, that's a task that yields nothing.
Go.
Betty, go with Eddie and start fixing the grub. A filly like you should stop him from interjecting before he makes a dame feel dizzy.
Of course, Mr. Baxter. Come on, Ed. Awfully sorry about Eddie. Come sit down. Bring.
Betty, I want to...
It's quite alright. We have far more important things to discuss. For instance, where is Joel's will and solicitor?
Well...
I have the old man's will. His solicitor dropped it by this day of passing.
He's holding on to it.
He's a beneficiary.
Prudence doesn't go trade between Miriam and Jasper. Jasper. Lorenzo, you handsome devil, or whatever you are. Lorenzo, you handsome devil. Hey, who's that cute little trick you got working for you? Betty? You fool, you made a pass at her last Easter. Ha! With the amount of skirt I meet, you can hardly expect me to remember one maid. Prudence.
One.
Miriam, one of the few
Nice.
women I do tend to remember.
First.
Lorenzo, you took your blah tomcatting the way here.
Miriam, he's my brother. I'm polite to your aunt, so be a good girl and play nice.
Lorenzo.
Now, Jasper, the kitten's only reacting because she lost her dad.
Ah!
Fade out. End of scene 1.
Poor little...
Ooh. Prudence! I thought you kitchen at all places.
Oh, you and who else?
Gah! That Ed, go on now, beat it!
Split? Feed it? Come on now, leave her be. My, she's all nerves. Yes, well, she does have a lot on her plate. That, and she already broke her plate. Well, she should learn to leave her personal life at the door when she's at work. Yes, what? Never mind, I'm just pent up. Did you know what Jasper's this beneficiary of Joel's will? Certainly. I just can't get my noodle around that. I know I'd be unconventional, but with the way my brother spoke about his Miriam, where are you getting all balled up for? I'm just awfully sure Joel wouldn't have entrusted the entire inheritance to Jasper. Lovely as he may be, you sure do like an earful. This isn't gossip. I think a Casper's being pulled. It's a question of why and who. Don't try to jibe me. This is very difficult for Dave and Miriam. And I imagine it's not been easy for you either. Instead of all this hoo-ha over a will, would you like to calm down those jitters with some Benzedrine? No, thank you, Eddie. I never touch the stuff. Say, aren't you supposed to be dealing with dinner? Shoot, I'm sorry, but you'll have to excuse yourself.
Okay.
That goof. To think Miriam would put up with such outspoken staff.
There's no reason to fuss, dear. We can have a wake with 6 guests just fine.
The staff doesn't count. Why must you always count the staff?
4 guests then. 5 if you count Joel.
5, 6, attendance, it doesn't bloody squat.
Honey pie, snookum.
Don't you start.
Is there any need for that tone of voice? This is supposed to be a funeral, after all.
Then we go.
Now, why would my lovely niece storm off like that?
I wouldn't worry about it, but it's hardly out of the ordinary now.
What's that, Mac?
Babes, been bent out of shape for a while.
Since when?
Such an inconsiderate heel.
Hey, how I love to witness trouble in paradise.
Lorenzo!
Gee, oh golly, those gams.
Jump in a lake.
Come on, Toots. Ever since Jasper showed me that sweet bit of cheesecake.
You saw that wretched photo?
Ah, wow!
For goodness sake, all of this men pigs.
Gosh, I was only suggesting we eloped.
Why, I never married me. I'm still Buster. Red storms. Where did we go wrong, Jasper?
12th July, 1932. I remember it well.
Why, is that our anniversary?
Ha! You really can't take a pull at the tail, can ya?
Well, you're not very funny.
Of course, dear. Strange. I've never seen my brother ignore a woman like that before. Poor fellow didn't even pinch your bottom on the way out.
You'd rather he bill and coo over me?
No. When you put it like that, I suppose not. She sure does. What an excellent idea. Go on now, Miri. Brighten the mood with your home cooking.
You exit first.
Oh.
Atta girl.
Ed, I didn't see you walk in here. Anyway, sorry about doing this again.
Nonsense. Anything for you, Mrs. Baxter. No point leading others down a garden path. If you want, I could carry those through for you, or maybe I could...
That will be all, Eddie. Keep getting scared. Yep, there you have it. The dessert you value so highly.
Ha, Miriam. Your profiteroles are gonna be the death of me.
Can't get your hopes up, darling. Prudence, wouldn't you come here and save me the hassle of carrying the plate all into my room, into the living room?